So here's a quick example of the oxidization of propanol. So we start with propanol. And I'll draw my hydroxyl group right here. And in this example, it is also helpful to draw your hydrogens on this one carbon as well. So in an oxidization reaction, hopefully you hear that oxygen is involved, or when you hear oxidization, you think oxygen. So I've put oxygen gas. So in this reaction, what happens is these two hydrogens here, they go with one oxygen atom to form water. And what they end up doing is they form water. And so what ends up happening is you're left over with your remaining carbons. And then with that one carbon that was left, you get a single hydrogen and a double bonded oxygen atom. And that single bonded oxygen atom came from right here. And it used these two bonds right here, and they double bonded with that oxygen, so that way oxygen would have a complete outer orbit and carbon would have an outer orbit. So really that's step one in the oxidization process. And step two, you have one leftover oxygen here. So in this reaction, there's really one piece of the puzzle that's left over, and that's this other oxygen atom, because we only used one left over. So in step two, we've got our propanol, I think it is. There's our hydrogen atom, and you don't need to worry about too much else. And that lone oxygen. And so what ends up happening is this, as I've said before, this lone oxygen inserts itself or buds between the bond between the hydrogen and the carbon. So it inserts itself right in there by that bond between the carbon and the hydrogen. And what you end up getting is there's your C, C, C. Yikes, that's a little messy. Your double bonded O and the OH. And that OH happened because this oxygen right here inserted itself between the carbon and the hydrogen. And there's your propanoic acid. And you would also get water. So your results would really be your aldehyde, which is right here. You'd get your carboxylic acid right here, and you get your water, which are your three main parts of this. And I'd ask you to name this, that, and make sure to point out that water is formed. All right.